Investing should be easy, right? For most people, though, the process of investing can be daunting. And savvy investing? Impossible. Here at Alliant Retirement and Investment Services, we don't think it should be that way. So we asked two of our financial consultants to share their advice with you so you can spend your time enjoying your life, career, and family. With over a decade of experience in wealth management and a career as a Wall Street analyst, Christian Chapluha helps clients think through their investment strategy and work towards achieving their goals.
I believe success in investment management centers around knowledge and confidence. Using history and math, we develop an investment plan to help our clients pursue their goals while managing risk.
With more than 20 years of experience in the financial services industry, Tom Davia wants investors to know the importance of having and updating a comprehensive wealth management plan.
My approach is very matter of fact. I'm never pushy or high pressure. My goal is to educate each person and show them how each piece of the investment plan will benefit them.
Christian and Tom are here to walk us through the fundamentals of investing so we can make informed and better decisions with our money and what we need to do to prepare for the road ahead. Hi there, I'm Brooke Jakey. I'm not only the producer of this podcast, I work full-time, I'm a mom and a wife and a daughter of two retired parents. I think a lot about planning for my family's future and making sure my parents will be set as they get older. I'm happy to be here with our experts and hosts, Christian and Tom, to ask the questions I think a lot of us have. Hello and welcome back to Invest Savvy, advice you need to know. We've explored choosing the right financial advisor, getting through that first meeting, and now we want to dive into the financial plan. We'll ask our hosts, Christian and Tom, to give their savvy advice of the day and get their responses later in the episode. So we've laid the groundwork for our financial map, we've sketched out personal financial goals, and we've shared our statements and accounts to see what we have to work with. Now it's time to work to create a financial plan that's going to be easy to understand and implement, help give us confidence in our current financial situation, and look to build a comfortable financial future. So tell me, what are the key benefits of having a financial plan? Christian?
Thanks, Brooke. The main benefits of financial planning are to have a thoughtful roadmap as to where we are headed and also an estimate of our chances of success to achieve our goals. There are many variables and unknowns that can impact our plan, so we need to make some educated guesses on how things will work out. In the end, we want to put all of our clients on a path to where they will be okay, looking at income, savings, spending, investment returns, and taxes.
And Christian, I would say additionally, financial planning can help you pursue your goals throughout your life, plan for your retirement, or leave a legacy for your children. We can help you set goals and provide a plan to work toward them. So when the plan is created, the question we want to be able to determine is not only how your investments are positioned today, but how that correlates with your expenses or your spending. That's going to show us on a monthly basis how much of your income needs are covered by fixed sources like Social Securities and pensions, and how much you need to withdraw from your own investments.
That's great. I think another important point is to remember the plan is different for each and every person and every family. There will be changes down the road for all of us, some known and some unknown. We want to prepare for some of those risks and take advantage of any opportunities. One of our main goals is to build confidence in our plan and understand what we're up against so that we can get to our destination, whatever that looks like.
How do I go about setting my goals? What should I be thinking about? What questions and decisions need to be made?
Right. And a goal without a plan is just a wish. So everything starts with setting your goals. So saving for retirement might be the most important long-term goal you have, but you likely have other financial goals. So the sooner you start planning out your goals, the better prepared you're going to be. I would say the biggest risk to financial planning is overestimating and underestimating, especially when it comes to expenses, whether it's current living expenses, travel and discretionary spending, or whether you forget about future medical costs. Things like that need to be as accurate as possible. These estimates might not be perfect today, and this financial plan is our first draft, but as time goes on, the accuracy is going to improve. Now, being aware of these different expense categories, I encourage clients to write down their goals and expenses and think to themselves, okay, I forgot about this, or that's a concern. So as we update the plan in the future, it becomes more and more accurate.
Building on that, there's often two main financial goals that people start with: their retirement spending and healthcare. So after we establish the two cornerstones, we will look at other issues such as travel, maybe long-term care or relocation. Also keep in mind, it's generally a better plan if both spouses are involved as applicable. If something happens to one of the spouses, then the other spouse knows where all the assets are and knows what the game plan is. They know who they're going to be working with so that the financial plan can be sustainable.
Is there a certain stage in life when I should start creating a financial plan?
Financial plans are just like a business plan. It's a good idea to have one throughout your life, including your 20s and 30s, but it starts to become really important in your 40s and 50s when you want to be thinking about the retirement roadmap at least 10 years prior to retirement. This puts time on our side so we can make changes where helpful, whether that's on the spending or saving front or on the investment planning side of things. Those changes can make a meaningful impact on the probability of success. It's also a good idea to think about the financial plan during major life milestones, such as a growing or changing family, or any career updates. Anything that's going to change our outlook warrants an update. The best way to get an update is to already have a plan in place. We have all the data organized, and the updates are small versus starting from scratch when things are possibly more chaotic. We prefer the planning process to be a living document, which is more and more important as we get closer to the spending side of our retirement planning.
Christian, that reminds me of an old proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And I think that speaks to exactly what you just said. So you might need help figuring out how to make the most of your 401k or other benefits at work, or maybe advice on a different topic. But at different stages of life, you have different sets of financial decisions to make. So whether it's a career transition or retirement, a financial plan can help you grow and manage your assets and help you address those short and long-term goals. A comprehensive plan can also help you plan for unexpected expenses like healthcare, long-term care, and efficient tax management. So a good financial plan should include a detailed cash flow analysis that gives you an understanding how money is coming into your household and where it's going. Expenses, taxes, discretionary spending, that's all relevant. Ultimately, we don't want to provide you with a 200-page report that you're not going to understand or use, right? We want to make sure the planning process is understandable, actionable, and enjoyable.
Tom, talk us through that planning process. What kind of enjoyment can we expect?
Okay, so you decide you want a comprehensive plan. What should you expect during the process, right? The first meeting is for gathering information. We'll go over the process and your financial details, and this is the time to discuss your needs, your wants, your goals, and your risk tolerance. And then we analyze the strengths and vulnerabilities of your current situation and come up with a course of action. The next step is to develop recommendations to help you pursue your goals, explain the assumptions that are used to develop the plan, and offer alternatives. Then it's time to put the plan into action. And that process can be summarized in 4 easy steps. Number 1, we're going to determine what income is needed and what sources are available. Number 2, we're going to look at maximizing either Social Security and or your pension and your current investments. Number 3, we're going to review scenarios. We're going to look at different historical market conditions and compare them to the plan under what we call a stress test. And number 4, we're going to throw in some what if scenarios. What if I live longer, which addresses the longevity concerns we all have? What if I need or want to retire early? What if I start my Social Security benefits earlier or later? We'll run through all those scenarios at the end.
Tom, those are all great points. And I think on the soft side of things, getting to know one another is really important. Making sure there's a good fit between client and planner. It's also a good idea to be held accountable to a third party to get things done. Much like the trainer at the gym, you're more likely to stay on task when a professional is guiding your way. In the end, we want to make sure that everything is tied together: the assets, income, spending and investment plans, and all our contingency planning.
Christian, what to-do items do you suggest in implementing a financial plan, and what should a client take away from the plan in hand?
We definitely have lots of technology at our disposal, including software, checklists, and templates to help organize all of that information. But this process is mostly about the desire and willingness to get the plan completed. The tools will come into the picture as needed.
And Christian, we've talked about this before, but financial statements, tax returns, and goals, but we really haven't talked about debt. And you want to have a summary of your debt, including mortgages, credit cards, student loan payments, and the interest rates on those loans. We can also help you with insurance. If you have life insurance, you want to make sure that you bring your insurance and estate planning documents. You want to be prepared to talk about the financial risks that you're covering with that insurance and how they are or are not currently covered. And goals. Think about your short and long-term goals and have a list of things we can help you with. And finally, I would say bring your questions. This is your time. Have a list of questions to ask. We could talk about the areas of your finances that worry you the most, or how to manage various risks like market volatility or possible loss of income. So in summary, we want to discuss your hopes, your dreams, and what keeps you up at night. Again, what this all comes down to is, will I have enough? And what that really means is, I'm concerned. And maybe you don't realize what you're concerned about: longevity or outliving your assets, taxation, inflation, healthcare costs. All these things in the news can be modeled in your financial plan, and we can help you answer those questions or help you answer, will I have enough?
Yes, and the point about tax returns and information on taxes is a really good one, because with that, we can better understand the opportunities, maybe determine the timing for any Roth conversions or asset location strategies for taxable and deferred tax accounts. Not all CPAs are able to do tax planning. There's a big difference between filing a return and planning for taxes.
Thank you both. That's really helpful. Now, let's hear your savvy advice of the day. Christian, let's start with you.
So in terms of planning, P.T. Barnum famously said, "Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant." So think of money more as a source of financial security and the way to achieve our goals, not an end in itself.
P.T. Barnum. So he wasn't just a master of the three-ring circus. And Tom, what's your savvy advice?
Brooke, my savvy advice is, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you could start where you are today and change the ending.
Excellent. All right, let's go back and recap our points. Christian, what are the benefits of creating a financial plan?
We want to have a plan in place and estimate our chance of success to achieve our goals.
Tom, what should I be thinking about as I set my goals?
The sooner the better. I would say the sooner you start planning for your goals, the better prepared you're going to be able to reach them.
And is there a certain stage in life that should trigger creating my financial plan?
Well, any time is a good time, but it's especially important as you approach retirement in your 50s and 60s. So don't wait to begin the process.
Thinking about the planning process, can you talk a little bit about what that's going to look like?
Sure. It all breaks down to the 4 steps I mentioned. Number 1, determine what is needed as far as income is concerned. Number 2, look at maximizing either investments or income sources. Number 3, analyze and review scenarios. And number 4, look at the what if scenarios. What if I live longer? What if I retire early? All of those steps are going to be addressed in the planning process.
Any checklist we should have ready to go for this discussion?
Leave the checklist to us. Just bring all your information, and we have lots of tools to help you.
On our next episode, we're going to take a deep dive into the retirement account known as the Roth IRA. What is it? What's a conversion? And who should do it? It probably involves taxes, right? Let's take a closer look into the basics of an IRA, and Tom and Christian will discuss some common strategies. Thank you for listening to Invest Savvy, advice you need to know. To learn more about our hosts, Kristen Chapluha and Tom Davia, and the team at Alliant Retirement and Investment Services, please visit our website at ARIS.AlliantCreditUnion.com. If you have questions for our hosts, you can submit them through our website or email investment-services@AlliantCreditUnion.com. Kristen Chapluha and Thomas Davia are registered representatives with, and securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor and broker-dealer. Member FINRA SIPC SIPC. Insurance products are offered through LPL or its licensed affiliates. Alliant Credit Union and Alliant Retirement and Investment Services, ARIS, are not registered as a broker-dealer or investment advisor. Registered representatives of LPL offer products and services using ARIS and may also be employees of Alliant Credit Union. These products and services are being offered through LPL or its affiliates, which are separate entities from and not affiliates of Alliant Credit Union or ARIS. Securities and insurance offered through LPL or its affiliates are not insured by NCUA or any other government agency, not credit union guaranteed, not credit union deposits or obligations, may lose value. The opinions voiced in this podcast are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be suitable for you, consult the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against loss. Neither LPL Financial nor its registered representatives offer tax or legal advice. Always consult a qualified tax advisor for information as to how taxes may affect your particular situation.